Hi friend and welcome back to the Brief with Danny. Very quick kwento lang before we start. So, 3 weeks ago, I think, I was at the panel discussion by Brain Sparks. They help turn dreamers into founders. Check them out on LinkedIn. So, the topic of that was made in the Philippines, built for the world. Ang ganda, 'di ba? Kasi as you know, we've been talking about globalization and then last episode we talked about change in this economy, talaga ba? So, and when we talk about globalization, it's always regulations included, and then if we talk about regulations, connected there would be your government. And to be honest, in our country, I think my words would fail to describe the current status of it. But one of the speakers in that panel actually said, and it stuck with me, na, there are so many areas of improvement in terms of the current status quo of our government. But instead of complaining about it, why not do something about it instead? Right? So, ganyan dapat yung mindset. Ganyan dapat, guys. Okay? So, that's why tonight, I want you to meet Vox. So, I'm taking you into a conversation with him because he is the visionary leader behind an AI-powered platform that is designed and built specifically for the Philippine government. So, from project oversight to citizen engagement and fleet management, this is CivicTech in action, the pulse of progress. Best intro, I guess, so far. Anyway, let's go. Hi, Vox. Thank you for joining us tonight.
Hi, Danny. Good evening. Thank you
Hello.
for the invite. It's my privilege. Thank you.
Of course. I mean,
Privilege.
I'm humbled. Especially, I have been seeing and witnessing your story and your socials with Centro and how it's going now. So, share mo naman first, what is Centro
Well,
Technologies?
Centro is it is the result of the capstone that we've had at Asian Institute of Management. So it came from the frustration that we've had. Personally, I was a contractor serving the government. So there are a lot of hiccups and challenges as a contractor. Those specific experiences that we've had, those are the first-hand experience that I've experienced myself. And
Oh,
with that, it's a technology that we thought na pwede naming ma-enhance the service of how the government can actually be at help. So it's really a challenge kasi number one, you need a huge infrastructure for that to establish the architecture of the entire platform, which is not existing here in the Philippines, because whatever we have here in the Philippines are those we used from an international platform na hindi pa siya aligned sa Philippines. So we thought about that. How about we create something that is tailored fit in the Philippines, and something that is being used by the government. The government here in the Philippines kasi yung process is not, it's very specific, and it's not the same in other countries all over the world. So it's very specific, very calculated, and very unique. So it's nothing like this is existing here in the Philippines, and it can be a little bit challenged because it is something that is the government is using. So alam naman natin na whatever is the government processes here in the Philippines, it's not the same in the other countries. So
yeah.
with that, I had to ensure that the process that I've experienced, aside from some other contractors, and of course yung mga processes na ginagamit ng national government agencies natin, to be specific sa DPWH and of course LGUs, we had to align everything. So all those processes, all the manual process that is already being used by our government, we digitized it, and not just digitized, but we've had this twist of augmenting it via artificial intelligence. So it's something first in the Philippines. And nagulat ako, akala ko imposible. Eh, it will be needing a lot of technology to integrate here in the Philippines. I thought that only Microsoft or Google can do that. Pero parang may magic dun sa capstone natin, eh, and, dun sa so, I did a lot of pitching and I explained them the entire vision of the platform, Centro.
Mhm.
So you just have to communicate it with the right people. So I had to make sure that I'm pitching to the right people so that you will not waste a single breath if they're not gonna be interested. So I did a lot of calculations for that. So I make sure that all the people I will be talking to these are the right people because
Mhm.
that's very important that they have the background in the government and private sector and of course the technology. And with that, I really planned. I really planned for this. In fact, it started way back in 2015.
Oh.
2015 from the experience we've had with the processes of the government of how we can actually fasten it at the convenience of the contractors and of course yung
Mhm.
mga stakeholder dyan. And we
Mhm.
had to make sure that those personal experience are going to be aligned with the partners that we have in both tech, government, and the private sector. So with that, I pitched with the team that I had here in Asian Institute of Management in Makati.
Mhm.
Uh, it was a breath of air that when I pitched it to the right people, they they are very knowledgeable of the situation in the government. I did not expect that they will like it, and of course, a lot of development along the way. It's not going to be perfect. When you
Yeah.
started it, when we started it, it's never
Mhm.
perfect. We iterate, we develop, and we've had this grand launch last year, November, on a
Yeah.
national level. So we're very happy that the public is really appreciating it. Kasi at first nakakatakot siya kasi it's something new that someone wants to try to fix the process of the government. Who am I, 'di ba? So who am I to do? So at first nakakatakot. The things that I was thinking back then, will the public love this? Will the public see it as a good technology to help the government?
So parang before ka mag-start with the program itself, which is Masters of Innovation in Business for our audience.
Yes.
So when during the interview phase, 'di ba, we were asked if do you have a capstone in mind already? You already had one in mind at that time.
Well, I had multiple capstone in my head, but that one was the centro. I had to make sure that it's aligned to to the current need in the
Correct.
market
Oo.
and to the trend, and I had to assess the situations as well
Mm-mm.
just to align to the current events. So
Mm-mm.
you had to consider that as well. I had other possible startup to establish as well.
Mm-mm.
This one is the one that is very current. So I'll be very technical on this for those who don't know. So, way back in 2019, lumabas ang batas na yung Mandanas-Garcia ruling where the devolution of the budget of the central office will be aligned to the LGUs. So that's number one. And number two, the modernization program of PBBM is the top priority. And number three, bonus na lang to, the emergence of artificial intelligence and the technology. So sabi ko, I had to choose that. So I had to put my bet on the timing. So it's very important that it's not all about you loving what you want, but it's about you going with the waves. So sumakay ka na sa ang ganda.
Yes, I completely agree because I have also seen a few startups during the they're still in the pre-seed round pero yun nga parang the market readiness also is not yet there.
Important yun.
So,
Kasi that's where you will that is where you will sustain everything. So let's be real, 'di ba? So it has to be sustainable to begin with.
mm-mm. Parang if they're not receptive of it, you can't
Mm.
burn your money and kill or burn out yourself. right, in pursuing that, even though you really believe in that idea. I recall also in episode 4 of the podcast, so we had someone also who worked from the government. So he was with the office of the Vice President, Miss Lenny Robredo. So he did the planning and strategy for her office. Tapos, he shared a little bit about yung automation in the government. And then, if I recall correctly, yung phrase na ginamit niya was from logbooks to dashboards. Because that's how parang he expressed how difficult it is to even influence the government from changing things. So it's a stiff, we called it not rigid but stiff and very slow moving in terms of adopting innovation. So having you here, it's a very contrast perspective.
Mhm.
So would can you share a little bit about misconceptions with working with the government based on what you have had experience so far with introducing this new
Exception, feeling natin hindi approachable ang government for that. And feeling
uh-huh.
natin they will go against it, but they're not. I'm very surprised. Not surprised at some point, but not surprised at the same time because I know how to use my advantage over the possible rejection. Number one, it's gonna be it's for their own benefit as well. And number two, this is the priority of this administration. So you need this. Ganun lang yun. So you need to highlight the advantages of how they can actually they how can they use it at their best convenience. Yan, you have to highlight. And my personal technique for that is uh what is it for them. For me, the highlight would be it's gonna give them a lot of time savings using these kind of technologies, and baka mapag-iwanan kayo pagka hindi nyo tinry i-learn ang navigation of this kind of technology. In fact, for our platform Centro naman, these are all the same with the manual processes that they're doing. It's just that everything is being done at the palm of your hands. It's like that's our branding as well. Um, take control of your projects at the palm of your hands. Parang ganon.
That's so nice.
Even if you're just using phone, so long as you can connect to the Wi-Fi or any internet or 3G as per se,
Mm-mm.
they can already use the platform.
It's great.
Even walang internet, pwede din. Pero pwede kumonek lang sila afterwards para
Yeah,
mag-log yung technology.
that's I love
Yeah.
that, especially for mga far-flung municipalities natin, right? Yeah. Oo. 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 Um, Teka lang, I'm trying to digest everything that we have talked about so far. Can we double-click on kanina kasi you mentioned yung mindset mo na talaga siya to get funding, and
Yes.
internally pa, was
Yes.
there any preparations that you had to do
Yes.
before you actually pursued it, and can you walk us through that?
Okay. Thank you for that very wonderful, interesting question, Danny. Okay. I'll relate this into climbing a mountain.
Okay.
So before you climb a mountain, of course, you have to prepare your gears, your acclimatization, something like that. And of course, the guide, very important ang guide. Kasi if you're gonna climb Mount Everest, you're gonna die if you don't have a Sherpa. They call it Sherpa for the professional guide. So wag mo titipirin yun. So otherwise mamamatay ka. So you have to have these kinds of preparation bago ka umakyat ng summit.
Mm-hmm.
Because as leaders, loves to go to summit. Specifically, yung expression ng summit na yun, it's what you call success.
Right.
So it's like climbing a mountain. So, ikaw ba, tanong ko sa'yo, Danny, aakyat ka ba ng mountain, nakapangtulog ka lang?
Syempre
Of course.
hindi.
So, you do your assignment. Kasi that is where the funders and investors are very specific. If you're gonna go to them, pitching to them, unprepared, why would I invest my money with you with this much? So, you have to put yourself on the investor or angel's feet. You have to make sure that whoever you're gonna put your money in, or whichever investment is it, dapat ramdam mo na ready ito at tinitake seriously. Kumbaga talagang you're thirsty for the investment to maximize it. Are you willing to surrender your life for that investment? And of course, I did that. So I made a tattoo of our platform. Uh, Sabi ko, it's on my wrist now. That's how I am. And this is the very first tattoo that I have. So parang ganun. So wala siyang anesthesia. So you really have to show that the sincerity, the drive, that you're ready. Otherwise, you have to do your assignment really, really bad. So yun yung pinaka-importante, that you're into that, and are you really serious into taking this? Kasi people come and go, di ba, in our life in general. So, looking for something who is dedicated, dedicated not just for professional or something that is your passionate to do, or if you're passionate doing it just because of the passion. No, they're looking for someone who can sacrifice. They're looking for someone who will be doing more than that. And I showed that to them. So parang, do you wanna go all or do you wanna go home? So it's just two options. All in ako dating sa ganun.
It's really the dedication, the commitment, and
Ah, ano yun, sacrifice, and talagang hanggang madaling araw kayo niya. Something like that. Mabuti na lang talaga, na-checkpoint kami na may artificial intelligence. I was one of the first. I was one of the very first user of artificial intelligence. It wasn't available here in the Philippines kasi meron niyang waitlist. First 200,000 in the world for ChatGPT. So, surprise! I'm just gonna reveal it now because I was done with everything. So, it was an advantage. Ayun yung maganda when you're doing your assignment and getting ahead of everyone else. They see you as the freak genius. Surprise! First user of ChatGPT back then. So, so what I did lang, of course, you have to make sure that everything is perfectly aligned, and you have to, while doing that, you're learning as well. And of course, the execution must be done on a physical state, and you have to catch up with that kind of technology, and it's very useful, diba? At first talagang may mga yan may hesitation, but right now everyone is using it.
Yeah.
So sorry, got it first. So ganun.
Are there things that you have had to unlearn during
the things that I've had to unlearn, ano ba yung mga dapat ko i-unlearn? A lot. Of course, a lot. Kasi when you this is a problem of many leaders. I have taken with.
Yeah.
Just because they've achieved something right now doesn't mean they're not gonna learn anymore.
Correct.
So I've emptied everything. Although I was prepared, and prepared talaga ako when I entered, but I had to open my mind to unlearn everything so that whatever I'm learning is gonna be something new. Para at least para ka na rin nag-declutter dyan.
Yeah.
Para ka nag-renovate. Ganun lang yung unlearning eh. So when you unlearn, you will learn more. So ganun siya. Whatever you wanna do, just do it and put it with all of your heart.
Yeah.
And if you do something, if it's gonna put money on table, why not, di ba?
Correct.
And this is not just gonna be an overnight success as well. When you do something like this, something humongous as this, it's not gonna be an overnight success, of course. Because one of the most important moment I've had at AIM when we were having a defense.
Yeah.
Specifically, shout out to Prof. Rico Camos. And why Centro? Why not? That's number one. And number two,
Correct.
why are you doing this? Because it takes a revolution to change the entire system of the government.
True.
And then what I said then we will start now. And I'm gonna do it now. And if it's gonna take a revolution to do this, then we're gonna start now. Ganun siya. Ang kailan lang, it's been 3 years since the company is running.
That's true. Are there any notable nights that you would like to share in those 3 years?
Notable nights when I slept for the first time in the library.
Mm.
I was able to, I fell asleep
Yeah.
sa library. I didn't know, that I got exhausted. Naramdaman ko na. Saka yung mga classmates ko usually akala nila maarte na,
Yeah.
si Box, matutulog yan dyan. Nung nagtaka sila for the first time, natulog ako sa library.
Mhm.
I was drawn by the entire sacrifice and napasubo na eh. So, yun yung some of the notable nights. And of course, IIM is really a good channel for this kind of breakthrough because you are able to meet the same mindset and people who are also into doing the same things that you're doing, and it's a very important moment we've had. We've made an entire moment, parang kang nag-high school yung feeling ulit. Parang ganun
Yeah, same.
yung yung impact, no? Ano siya, core memory ang dating sa akin. So, those are notable night and I miss going to school again. I might take my I take my PhD soon because of this.
Oh my
Aral.
God, I have the same thoughts.
Ang sarap mag-aral. They don't understand kasi some people don't want to go back to school because it's a lot of responsibilities.
Yeah.
Hindi. It's like I don't see it that way. It's an
Yeah.
experience. It's another life. It's another exciting moment. You're creating memories and you're even
Correct.
creating new friends, lovers, and possibly family, mga ganon. So may mga
Correct.
nabubuong pamilya sa pag-aaral.
Oo nga, sa AIM. Meron nga daw running joke, don't coin me na lang on this, na your ROI daw in AIM is if you get married.
Oo, ROI. Ay, no. Oh my goodness. Oo, hindi lang yun. Oo, kotang-kota na.
But yeah, I'm also thinking about getting a PhD actually, but maybe after like 2-3 years. But I miss
3
the class participation. I miss yung batuhan ng discussion in class, diba? It's so nice.
One for the books siya. So,
Mm-mm.
some of the best moments I've had in my 35 years of existence are there in AIM. So,
Don't look so 35 though. Yeah, you don't. Yeah. So, okay. I believe we have covered inspiring stories and very motivating and very practical insights also from you, especially if there are listeners who would want to start their own startup, right? Siguro insights on fostering innovation within a traditionally rigid system. Would you have?
of course, I have that by heart and by soul. Okay, come to think of this way, anything that you think that is being used on a Jurassic level. So, so it can be applied to everything kasi ng innovation eh. If you want to make sure, kasi let's define innovation first. Innovation is a combination of possibly making things more simplified, useful, a little bit of automation, and a little bit of creativity. And when you combine those and apply that to specific task, sabihin na lang natin task, that can be a solution already. Okay, let me just set another example for this. Another innovation. It's so easy eh. Kasi pag may nakita ka na nahihirapan ka na sa tingin mong, kaya pa itong mapadali. So, when you make a solution out of it, the specific frameworks and solutions for that, that's already innovation. Innovating things. Gumagawa ka ng paraan to make it simple and more savvy. So,
Yeah.
that's innovation. Yun. Ganun siya ka, and you don't need to think too hard. It's just make it work. And when you made it work, that's practically innovation. And i-apply mo lang yung specific frameworks for that. So, yun.
Yeah. Sometimes we complicate things too much din kasi, no?
Complicating things comes with over-analysis.
Correct.
When you overanalyze, hindi na siya matutuloy. Magda-doubts ka.
Totoo.
Yan yung magiging advantage ko when me and my team were doing our capstone. Minsan wala nang isip-isip, gawa na lang.
Oo. Kasi pag nagawa mo na,
Wala na.
makakakuha ka na ng feedback, edi may improve mo
Diyan na yan eh. Diyan na, kasi kung mag-iisip ka, hindi mo pa ginagawa, pinapangunahan mo na. So, hindi pa nga Pero amin, because I'm their leader na medyo
Yeah.
matigas yung ulo, sabi ko na, sige, gawin muna natin. Sige, done there, done that, done this, done that. Yan, anong gagawin natin? Parang unahin mo muna yung problema bago solution, hindi solution bago problema. So, di ba,
Correct.
that's how we do it at MIB, di ba? So,
Correct.
what is the problem first? And
Yeah.
then we put solution out of it. Hindi yung what is the solution and then we put problem. So, yun lang. So, dapat kung gusto mong sumakit yung ulo mo or something like that, gawin mo muna bago tayo lang hey, do it. Totoo talaga yun. Pero of course, when you do it naman, I was just saying that subconsciously, but I already have calculated
Yeah.
strategies at the back of my
Mm-mm.
my head. So
Mm-mm.
I'm saying that to make it a little bit funny because it's
Mhm.
not easy sa totoo
Yeah.
lang. It's serious stake because
Mm-mm.
time, money, and your health as well is at stake. So you put a little bit light jokes out of it, but you know that we're taking it seriously. Pero
Mm-mm.
over analytical thoughts can actually destroy a vision. So just do
Agree.
it and then put a little bit of magic. Ganun na lang yun.
Oo. That's actually something that I was guilty of. Prior AIM, I tend to analyze everything. So parang it's hard for me to make a decision if I feel like the information is not complete. But
Yes.
then, yung mindset shift na ginawa sa akin ng MIB is that you in reality, you really don't have every information. So just take the next step and then see it from there. So parang nayanig talaga yung internal world ko.
Because maybe siguro naisip nila na magastos. Lahat naman ng kilos paggastos tutusin lang. So you just have to do it, and then when you're already there, you're just gonna figure it out. To be honest with you, I don't have any background at tech.
Mhm.
And my background is marketing, and now I
Yeah.
own a tech company. How is that
Yep.
even possible?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
We need Jack Ma. So if you come to my office, there are faces of billionaires, tech billionaires there, and you don't need to know everything. You just need to to get the right people. So it's about delegation as a leader.
We're gonna talk about leadership because I wanted to understand from your perspective the intersection of technology, one that you don't have any background from, or little to none. But now meron na kasi because of your experience.
Meron na, nasanay
And
na
then policy, which is the government, right? And then third is social impact. So do you have any reflections in the intersection of those three?
Leadership, policy, and social impact. Okay. Learnings or personal experiences na lang. In leadership, you have to have the biggest patience you can ever have. Leadership comes with clear communication, a little bit empathy and toughness of deciding which is which. And you have to have an above average emotional intelligence when you are a leader. Because you're dealing with people, it's harder to deal with people more than machines and artificial intelligence. People are emotionally, people are born emotionally. That's why we are human. We have emotions. So these are the lessons I've already learned as a leader, as one of the new CEO and founder of a startup. So I learned that the hard way, that you need to really learn from everybody else, and mentors helps, but You have to listen to them firsthand talaga para at least learning from other people's mistake is the greatest lesson you can ever do para at least hindi ka rin magkaroon ng expensive mistake. Now, for the policy and social impact, for the policy, you have to make sure that you have other people who are experts in aligning this kind of policy. Kasi the reason why part of our team at Centro comes with a lawyer who is also an expert in their respective LGU. I had to put that specific key person to make sure that I don't miss anything because we're talking legals and policies here. Otherwise, I can be arrested for what we're doing. So it's very important. And the social impact for this, of course, one of the things that we're doing is helping the government, making things convenient for the contractors. And not just that, we're putting some of the work into helping the community. Because when you're using a lot of technology that could help um, have the convenience into finishing the projects, like most of the projects that we've dealt before, yung mga nadidelay, naka-cancel. Pag
Yeah.
natapos naman yan, mas malaking impact sa social community. So, mas nagiging progressive ang economy natin and eventually, investors will be attracted to invest more here in the Philippines. So, it gives more jobs, more sustainable livelihood to the people, and of course, it gives us a good quality for the desired projects that we are trying to achieve.
Mm. Do you have any personal rituals or habits that you enforce to yourself?
Ooh, rituals. I don't have any rituals, but I don't really have any specific rituals. Like I'm gonna lie if I'm gonna say a prayer, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So long as I'm able to smoke, because
Nice.
it complements the stress it gives me.
Huh?
And rituals, I don't have any specific rituals. It's just that when you are in the specific conditions that I am right now, very critical kasi every move that I do So already have the subconscious mindset that I have. Like I already know what I want to do even if I don't memorize things. Like I have this kind of mastery in subconscious actions. So you can actually master that. So I prepare everything at night first. Okay, sige, specific rituals na lang. I prepare everything at night before I start the day. Or sometimes people are 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 annoyed by my presence on Sunday because sometimes I finish all the works on Sunday so that I don't have any work on Monday. So those are the rituals that I have. So I work on Sundays and then don't work on Monday too much. So ganon. Usually, nagka-crumple tayo on Monday. Everyone was like busy on Monday, but Monday is actually my lazy day. So those are my personal rituals. I compile everything on Sunday so that Monday I don't have this kind of busy schedule anymore. So
Yeah, I think I would relate to that in some sense because me also on Sunday night, I don't try to finish everything, but more of I try to
oh,
list down
yes.
what the week is gonna be. Para pagdating ng Monday morning, I don't like kasi na parang very stressed, very parang haggard, ganyan, on a Monday. So,
Kaya pa lang
yeah.
kakasimula pa lang
Oo.
sosa ka na.
Correct, di ba?
First day, the week, no? Stress ka na kaagad. So as much as
Oo.
possible, I clear my Monday for that.
If there's anything that you would want to say to... You said you're 35 now, right?
I'm 35.
To the 21-year-old version of you.
Ooh. That's a nice question. I'm doing that now. I've always said this to my students because I also teach right now at Binigay.
Mm-mm.
I've always wanted someone to guide me back then because when I was 21 years old, I was focused back then, but I've always wished that I've had someone to talk to or someone who will mentor me because I've made a lot of wrong decisions back then because on that kind of stage kasi of our lives, we're a little bit emotional
Yeah.
and we're transitioning into yung mid-age of the 20s. So Parang may mga confusion stage tayo
Yeah.
dyan. So, whatever I'm gonna message to myself back then or whatever I'm gonna say, you're doing great.
Yeah.
And, oh my goodness, this is gonna be tough kasi it's been tough kasi on my end. Kasi ako, I never had anyone
Mm-mm.
to rely on. I don't have the family who will support
Mm-mm.
everything I do right now. So, you're doing great. I hope you'll have the heart to face everything. And don't forget to watch your health. No one will protect you, only yourself. But you're all doing great. The world will not end tomorrow. So breathe in, breathe out. It's gonna be okay. No matter how hard the day is,
Mm-hmm.
the world will not end tomorrow.
Oh. Hug. I
And
want to hug you.
kasi there were instances when I was at that age. Kasi I'm supposed to be in New York
Mm-mm.
by that age. And by 22, I plan to retire early. Because I was granted 400,000 US dollars at New York University. And then, tinalikuran ko yun kasi na-inlove ako dito sa Pilipinas. I thought the world will end because we broke up. But yun, and by 20, sabi ko na, ay, papakasal na ako dito. Parang, wala, single pa. I've always wanted na, can the future help me? Actually, no. Your younger self will help your future.
Yeah.
Build so that the future will be proud of you. I'm very proud of you. Yun ang masasabi ko sa 21 years old.
Yeah.
I'm very proud of you. Parang ganun lang.
I'm so glad. I'm very proud of you also. And whenever I see your stories, I'm really like, yes, rooting for you always. So, yeah.
That's
That's
it,
inspiring. Yeah.
being a startup founder, you have
Mm-mm.
to simplify all the complicated things. Parang Apple lang yan, di ba? So when they invented iPhone, it was a complicated process and complicated technology. They simplify it. Boom. Now it's global, di ba, renowned.
Yeah. Are there any, let's say, things that the users can look forward to for Centro?
The users. We're very excited because we haven't announced this, but we're gonna have a relaunch and grand launch of a most advanced Centro, and I'm really excited because we're tying up with one of the biggest tech company here in the Philippines. Just a hint, it is the only tech that is stock listed here in the Philippines that is 100% Filipino owned. By that, and many advances and advanced technology will be augmented on this kind of technology, especially artificial intelligence. And we're gonna have this Centro Pro AI where every analytics on the project, we can now predict the possibilities of each project that's available in the government. So that's really exciting.
Thank you so much for sharing all of these and for being human as well in this podcast.
Yes. Oh, thank you for guesting me. I really appreciate it, Danny.
Yeah, definitely. So, to everyone listening here, watch out for Centro. You can follow them on their LinkedIn page, right? Vox. Any other social media platforms that you're present in?
Just the LinkedIn.
The LinkedIn first, yeah. So follow them there and then let them surprise you, I guess. So comment down below if you have any takeaways. Follow, like, subscribe, and we'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye. Thank you, Danny.